Arbor fans, AFC Ann Arbor is live and on the air as it is a battle with the team at the top of the table. The Flint City Bucks come into Pioneer High School here at Hallway Field for this USL2 matchup between your AFC Ann Arbor Mighty Oak and the Flint City Bucks. Tonight's match is presented by Bank of Ann Arbor. Bank of Ann Arbor has been the title sponsor of the club since the first season. It was Bank of Ann Arbor's increased investment that allowed the club to expand with the addition of a women's team in 2019. Thanks to their continued support, both our women and men's teams receive equitable support across all facets of the organization. Thank you, Bank of Ann Arbor, for all you do for our club and all of Washtenaw County. As the founding club of the Anti-Racist Soccer Club Coalition, AFC Ann Arbor is leading the efforts to combat racism in our sport and our community. Visit antiracistsoccerclub.com to read the club's entire 10-point plan and learn more about the coalition, which includes members such as Oakland Roots, Vermont Green FC, and Lansing Commons FC. With initiatives like the CLR Academy, a free youth sports sampling program promoting holistic healthy living run by AFC Ann Arbor players, along with athletes from the University of Michigan and Eastern Michigan University. CLR Academy was created in partnership with Washtenaw's My Brother's Keeper to better serve the young black and brown children across Washtenaw County. Again, it is a battle between AFC Ann Arbor and the Flint City Bucks, as the AFC Ann Arbor's 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw on the season, and the Flint City Bucks have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Let's take a look at the table. So the standings here, perfect. And so the standings are up, and we can see Flint City up at the top. 4 matches played, 3 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 9 points in the important piece. Points per match is 2.2. Northern Indiana is in the number 2 spot. 3 matches played, 2 wins, 1 loss, 6 points, and 2.0 points per match. Midwest United is at the number 3 spot with 5 matches played, 3 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 9 points, 1.8 points per match. Union FC Macomb has played 6 matches, 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 7 points for them, and 1.6 points per match. Oakland County has played 4 matches. They have 2 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 6 points, and 1.5 points per match. Kalamazoo FC has played 4 matches. They're at the number 6 spot. 2 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 6 points, 1.5 points per match. AFC Ann Arbor dropped from number 3 to number 7. They're looking to get a big win here. They have played 5 matches, 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 7 total points, and 1.4 points per match. Lansing City is at the number 8 spot, 5 matches played, no wins, 5 losses, no draws, no points, and 0.0 points per match. Let's take a look at the upcoming 5 games for AFC Ann Arbor. And that would be for the men's squad. As we take a look, the next home game is going to be 11th. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. As I'm throwing our poor normally camera person in the director's chair. Christina Wiseman's doing an awesome job putting up with me, so I thank her greatly. So the next 5 matches, the next 2 are on the road for the men's squad. June 10th, that is Tuesday, they will be in South Bend playing Northern Indiana. That is a 6 p.m. game. On June 14th, that is Saturday, they will be at Kalamazoo. That is a 7 p.m. game. Then they come back to the cozy confines of Hallway Field here on the 17th of June. That is a Tuesday. I know most games are on Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, but this is a Tuesday versus Midwest United. That is a 7 p.m. game. Then on June 22nd, it is a Sunday game versus Toledo Villa FC. They will be here at 7 p.m. for the opening kick. And on June 21st, AFC Ann Arbor, the men's squad, will visit Lansing, the 24th. That is a Tuesday at 7 p.m. Now, the next match here at home is going to be the women's squad. That is going to be this Wednesday, June 11th, a 7 p.m. game. Kalamazoo FC will bring their women's squad here to Hallway Field to take on AFC Ann Arbor. The women dropped in the power rankings. They were number 1. They're now number 5, but they're still in the top 5. They don't have a loss as of yet. Hopefully I don't jinx them there, but looking forward to that game. So I appreciate that. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening with AFC Ann Arbor's games versus the other squads. AFC Ann Arbor has, at this point, goals by 2 goals by Lucas, a goal by Lopez, a goal by Kyle Pearson, a goal by Holtz, and a goal by Ovikar. And then getting the goal in the last game was Cacao. So Cacao scoring in the last game. That game as AFC Ann Arbor pulled in. Let me pull this up. So again, starting, let's go back one. There we go. The first game AFC Ann Arbor played this season, the men's squad. As soon as my internet helps me out here, there we go. It was 2-0, beating Lansing City that on the 10th. Then they were at Midwest United, won that one 2-1. So that was the first 2 wins of the season. They then had a draw on the 23rd. That was versus Union FC Macomb. That was at Union FC Macomb. Then they were home for the last 2 games, and those are the 2 losses. They fell to Oakland County, that 3-1 back on the 26th. And then the last game was on June 1st. That was a 2-1 win by Kalamazoo. Taking a look at the match details here for AFC Ann Arbor. Started Cacao with the goal at the 11-minute mark. Then Holtz picked up a yellow card at the 45-minute. Lucas went out. Benford went in at the 61st minute. Bay went in for Ferrer in the 72nd minute. Monet went in for Mulhans on the 72nd minute. In the 80th minute, it was Trevor Cacao going in for Kyle Pearson, and then Vonier in for Stuckenholtz. That was, and then there was a yellow card to one of the coaches, Christopher Hodgedon. Picked up a yellow card in the 87th minute. Taking a look at Kalamazoo FC in that game, they had Santa Rosa in the 46th minute, Swinton out. Also, Kalovitz in and Asif out in the 46th minute. Shannon picked up a yellow card in the 48th minute. Oliveira went in for Wiley in the 56th minute. Then Sabrosa had the equalizer in the 65th minute, and then the game-winning goal in the 77th minute. Noting went out for Crooks in the 81st minute. Sabrosa picked up a yellow card in the 82nd minute. Crooks picked up a yellow card in the 90th minute. Also, Sabrosa went out for Nielsen in the 90th minute. That was that final there. Taking a look at the Flint City Bucks. They started off on the 21st of May. They beat Oakland County 4-0. Then they beat Kalamazoo on the 24th. That over at Mayor's Riverfront. That was a 1-0 win by Flint City. They then hosted Union FC Macomb on the 31st of May. That was a 1-0 win by the Flint City Bucks. They lost, then their last game was a loss on the 4th. That was to Midwest United. That was a 2-0 win by Midwest United. Looking at that match detail and showing the action history, it was Salmaji with a goal in the 10-minute mark, and then Takawera with a goal in the 36-minute mark for Midwest United FC. Lockley picked up a yellow card in the 42nd minute. Ngavi went out, and Burke went in at the 46th minute. Stout with the yellow card in the 68th minute. Takawera went out for Clementson in the 80th minute, and Ruff picked up a yellow card. For the Flint City Bucks, again, no goal. They were shut out in that game. Yellow card to Pondesia. Arnston picked up a yellow card in the 56th minute. Munz picked up a yellow card in the 83rd minute. So that's a little bit about our opponent upcoming here for the Flint City Bucks and what has been happening. We do want to thank all the wonderful, amazing sponsors of AFC Ann Arbor that we'll go over in just a second. We do want to mention that the Pride fundraiser is going on for the Main Street Hooligans. If I can try and pull that up here. That would be one of these apps. I only have about 100 apps open. So it is. Whoops, that just went away. That's frustrating, but that's okay. We'll see the starting 11 in just one moment. But let me pick up here. There's the Main Street Hooligans. So it is a partnership with Ozone House, mainly Main Street Hooligans 2025 Pride Raiser. You can come in and you can donate, and for each goal scored during June to help raise money for Ozone House. So please feel free and check that out. Also going on, if I pull up here, there's lots of things happening today for game days, Pride celebration, obviously. There is a very cool now Pride shirt that's out at the merch booth here that will be available by next week, I believe. So you can get it here, but it will be available at the online store next week. So I believe Blasty, the Wolverine Trooper, should be here today, and we are also the fundraiser of the fundraiser of the game is the Chad Tough Foundation, and a very wonderful foundation. Tough time that the Carr family had to go to losing Chad, but hopefully what he went through will hopefully help this foundation and help other people not have to go through that same experience. So his legacy, hopefully helping children fight cancer and get better as we go throughout. As the starting lineups are just about to come out, as we'll get them announced in a moment. But for Flint City Bucks, it's going to be Kedgley starting, as well as Jones, Pondeka starting, Phillip, Ayala, Munns, Yaya starting, Camden starting, Duriz starting, Carnival starting, and Gurishik starting for Flint City Bucks. On the other side, for Ann Arbor, Mosquito starting. Between the net for AFC Ann Arbor, Ferrer starting at wearing number 2. Wearing number 5, Manon starting for Ann Arbor. Goshi wearing number 8 is starting Lopez. Number 9 starting Kyle Pearson is number 10. Stuckenholtz, number 11 starting. Holtz, number 12 starting. Ovikar, number 14 starting. Benford, number 18. And Drew Pearson, number 20. Substitutes for AFC Ann Arbor, Wendeno wearing number 0. Cacao wearing number 3. Mulahans wearing number 4. Nino wearing number 13. Bay wearing number 17. Aish wearing number 19. Kato wearing number 21. 22 is Monet. 23 is Klein. And 99 is Muller. As we're about to have the teams come out here, just waiting for them to have everything ready to go. As you can see, let me grab my the wonderful jersey that AFC Ann Arbor is wearing. Forgive me, the kit that AFC Ann Arbor is wearing, if you take a look, it is a fantastic green kit with Bank of Ann Arbor on the front, green shorts and white and green socks. On the other side, the Flint City Bucks have a white top on their kit, blue shorts with yellow stripes on them, and white socks. So AFC Ann Arbor is in the green kits, and the Flint City Bucks, top of the Great Lakes table, are in the white kits. We also have a bunch of youngsters coming out with AFC Ann Arbor. Always fun for the youngsters to get to come out during the announcement of the starting 11. As we can see the teams coming out.
Here are today's starters for Dallas Jones. Number 7, William Palmdeca. Number 9, Donovan Phillip. Number 10, Dominic Ayala. Number 11, Mark Monks. Number 24, Omar Gaya. Number 25, Ashton Camden. Number 27, Matthew Greaves. Number 29, Wes Carter. And at goalkeeper, number 31, Jacob Grisham. Bucks are coached by Paul Doro. He is assisted by Colin Lyman and Nicholas Aaron. Now let's meet the starting 11 for your Mighty Oaks. At goalkeeper number 1, Noel Mesquita. Number 2, Al Perez. Number 5, Reed Manning. Number 8, Alvin Doshi. Number 9, Jordy Lopez. Number 10, Arnold Pearson. Number 11, Mikey Stuckenholz. Number 12, Theodore Cole. Number 14, Bovana Taro Abokar. Number 18, Drew Benford. And number 20, Drew Pearson. Your Mighty Oaks are coached by Rob Asline. He is assisted by Donnie Drago and Lucian Popescu. All right, Mighty Oaks fans, it's time to get ready for some Mighty Oaks soccer.
As the Flint City Bucks give a little fist bumps to the officials in the starting 11 for AFC Ann Arbor. AFC Ann Arbor now giving a little fist bumps to the officials, and then they'll line up as the captains will talk to the officials, and then AFC Ann Arbor will get a great picture of the starting 11 wearing that nifty green kit out there. You can check that out. Again, Diaza does such a fantastic job with the AFC Ann Arbor kits. Diaza, check out the new 2025 jerseys available at the merch booth in youth, men's, and women's sizes. Wear the jersey the team wears. Diaza, the team apparel partner of AFC Ann Arbor. You can also check that gear out at afcannarbor.com. They will have that information out there. We also want to thank Polestar Detroit, the electric vehicle partner of AFC Ann Arbor. YMC Fitness, the fitness partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Bank of Ann Arbor, the title sponsor of the Mighty Oak for 10 mighty years of support. Bank of Ann Arbor helps. Wickfield Property is the housing partner of AFC Ann Arbor. We want to thank them for 10 years of support, housing the visiting players. Lewis Jewelers, your diamond store. We thank them for their support. The Ann Arbor District Library. Thank you for their incredible support of the Mighty Oak and for all they do. Units Moving and Storage, your official storage partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Visit them at unitstorage.com. Destination Ann Arbor, the tourism partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Check them out at annarbor.org, and A20, the sustainability partner of AFC Ann Arbor. We'll talk more about those as we go throughout the matches. We are about to get ready here. Ann Arbor going from right to left here in this, the opening half. By the way, I want to apologize to all of you USA National Soccer fans as I went to turn on the friendly between USA and Turkey. USA scored early in the first minute, but I turned it on and got to see in 5-minute space both Turkey goals. So that must have been my fantastic, wonderful luck there, so forgive me. Ann Arbor ready to get things going. Ball in the center circle there. And we are underway. That ball fed ahead by Goshi. And all the way back and along the far wing. And sent over by men. Up the near wing by Holtz. Holtz feeds it back over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson over to Mosqueda. Mosqueda has it outside the 18. Mosqueda over to Drew Pearson up the near side of the pitch. Scoreless here in the first minute. Ball all the way down and plucked up in the 18. Fed out by Gershik. And will go out the far touchline. We're going to have a kick. That is going to be, we'll see exactly where they set this and what happens. As with that ball is Goshi. And for a spot of a free kick, this is definitely a advantageous spot for a free kick for AFC Ann Arbor, looking to hopefully make something happen on this free kick with the foul just outside of the 18. Everyone getting lined up. That would be, that's about a 9-person wall there for the Flint City Bucks. They got 5 people really stacked together right in front of the goal. Ball back. Cal Pearson over there as well as Goshi. They both look like they could take this kick. Goshi runs up now. Kyle Pearson fires it, and in it, it's a goal! It's a goal by Kyle Pearson! So, you'll see on the replay, Pearson, they come up and they fake the kick here. And then Pearson will take it. There's the fake. Here comes Pearson right down and inside that far post. Fantastic job there. As Ann Arbor with the goal, Kyle Pearson had it in the 3rd minute here. AFC Ann Arbor up 1-0 as that ball right at center, all the way fired back down the far wing, trying to get to it as that is plucked up just on the edge of the 18 by Gershik. Gershik rolls it over onto the far wing. Flint City moved over by Kaleji onto the near wing. Blasted ahead, right over center. Headed back by Ann Arbor. Trying to feed it ahead is Dries. Dries down that far side. That ball picked up right on the near touchline. Stuckenholtz with it. Stuckenholtz trying to move it over. Benford had it. Now over to Ovakar. Ovakar trying to get through traffic in the middle third. Back over to Stuckenholtz. That goes out the near touchline off of one of the Flint City players. That ball all the way down on the near touchline. That will go out. Again, Holtz with the throw in there. As Holtz, a native of Rishpun, Israel, as he is going to be going to Georgia Southern as a freshman this fall, chose to spend his summer with the Mighty Oak. We appreciate him doing that, as this is going to be a set piece. Here comes a corner as Goshi comes to the near corner. Ann Arbor would love ready to send this ball. Goshi raises his hand. Sends it across, headed up, and that headed over, loose in the 18, still trying to get to it. Now that fed all the way back. That launched in, and a goal! AFC Ann Arbor scores, as it is a goal by Stuckenholtz, number 11. As you can see the corner here, his hand raised by Goshi coming in. fires it, headed up, and they go to clear it out. Right there, it looks like a solid clear, and then Stuckenholtz grabs it, fires it right in and in. So that here in the 6th minute, as it is a AFC Ann Arbor goal. They are up 2-0 versus the top of the table. As that ball all the way down onto the far wing, Flint City moves it over to Jones. Jones trying to feed it up the middle. Grabbed by Ovakar. Ovakar right at midfield. Ovakar sends it back over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson trying to avoid heavy pressure by the Bucks. That knocked down Pearson trying to get it over to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz moves it back now. Ovakar trying to get the man in, coming ahead with it. As going down is Phillip. That is going to be a foul on Ann Arbor, so free kick by Flint City. Carnival to take this kick. Here in the 7th minute, 2-0, Ann Arbor with the lead over Flint City. Long-time rivals here. Carnival waits for the official to get everyone set. Waiting for the whistle. Mosquito patrolling the 18. Here's the whistle. Carnival chips it up. Grabbed out of midair. Mosquito has it. Here in the 8th minute, Mosquito trying to get his players to go further down the pitch. Mosquito over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson played for Detroit Mercy. As Drew Pearson Sr. at Detroit Mercy. He was played at Plymouth, or he's a native of Plymouth, played at Catholic Central with Kyle Pearson. All the way back over on to the near wing, that fed over to Kaleji. Now grabbed by Jones. Jones fires it all the way down the near side of the pitch, and that goes out, trying to move it ahead over there to Ayala. And just out the near touchline. Drew Pearson going to grab a ball as we enter the 9th minute. Holtz ready to throw this ball in. Holtz arcs it down the pitch, headed up over there by Kaleji. All the way back, coming down the far wing, grabbed there by Camden. That is going to be a throw-in. I believe that's Ferrer with the throw-in on the far wing. Trying to get it ahead. That headed up. Lopez trying to grab that ball. Again, Ferrer with the throw-in on that far touchline. Ferrer moves it down the far touchline. Battle for it, trying to get around there as Benford throws it in. Trying to get it into the 18. That popped up high and out as Kaleji fires it out the end line, stopping a rush by Ann Arbor, but that turns into a corner. So another set piece here for Ann Arbor. It was a free kick that got the first goal, and it was shortly after a corner. And the second goal was scored for Ann Arbor. Hand raised, that ball over, headed down, now launched all the way down the far wing of the pitch. Trying to race over to get it is Lopez. That ball fired back, gathered up on that far wing, now launched all the way down, racing over, trying to get it is Goshi. And turning on the ball, Flint has it. That's sent right over to Pondecki. Pondecka has it, and that ball up and in! Ann Arbor scores as Ovakar puts it in. As we take a look, you can see that ball, he works through it and fires it in. Is able to get past the defender, and Ovakar makes it here in, that was in the 10th minute. Ovakar with an Ann Arbor goal, and it's 3-0 versus the top of the table, Flint City Bucks. As Flint City with some intensity out there, they look like this quick start by Ann Arbor certainly has their attention as they rushed up to the ball. Ayala ready to get this going. What a start. The first 10 minutes by AFC Ann Arbor, 3 goals. Keep the pressure on as that's moved over by Jones up the far wing. Padeka trying to launch it all the way down as Manon was right there. Now Drew picked up, coming up the near wing by Drew Pearson, back over. Moved by Mesquita, back over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson, pressure coming as Drew Pearson trying to send it up the pitch that will go off of the Flint City Buck as that went right off of Carnival. That'll be a throw-in by Ann Arbor. Holt sends it in and rockets it down the middle of the pitch. Now Ovakar gives it a good boot. All the way back looking to play that is Padeka. Padeka down over onto this near wing. Brought ahead. Here comes Kyle Pearson trying to move it over, and that sent out by Kaleji out the near touchline as Stuckenholtz was looking to get something going. Holtz with the throw in here. 3-0 Ann Arbor with the lead here in the 13th minute. That ball will go out the end line. That will be a goal kick as that ball will go over to Grishik. Grishik will have it set there. And we do want to thank Diaza, the team apparel partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Check out the new 2025 jerseys available at the merch booth in youths, men's, and women's. Also available at afcannarbor.com, where the kit the team wears. All the way back, headed up by Ann Arbor. Now trying to move it over, Stuckenholtz. Trying to get it back as Lopez had it. Now Ovakar moves it down the far wing, coming over. That's Benford with it. Benford across the 18, over to Ovakar. Now that comes over onto the near wing. Sent back, fired, as that will go up. Goshi trying to get it from Stuckenholtz and fire it in. That will turn into a corner here. And Ann Arbor trying to keep the pressure on Flint City. It's Goshi calling folks to come over. Goshi set for this next set piece. Goshi raises both hands. Now raises the left hand. There is the whistle. As the officials get things set in the box, now Goshi back. Raises the left hand. Sends it across. That hand up and whistle. That's grabbed by Grishik. As Grishik got a hand on it. We'll have that out on the 18 as he sends everyone forward here in the 15th minute, 3-0. Ann Arbor with the lead. That ball headed up. And a whistle. That's going to be an Ann Arbor kick. Drew Pearson set to take that. Drew Pearson, right foot, spinning down, racing to get Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz flips it over. That ball on the edge of the 18, now blasted all the way down. Managing to keep it on the pitch. There's a collision with Drew Pearson. And that will be a foul with... down on the pitch is Munns, as there is a yellow card to Drew Pearson. So Drew Pearson picks up a yellow card here in the 16th minute. Why is the clock stopped? That ball sent over. Play back. Now that ball fed all the way back over into the 18. Grishik has it. The ball coming down onto the far wing. That's going to be Goshida or Manin to kick it away. Ball moved over, picked up. Now trying to blast it ahead. All the way back and grabbed before it went out the end line. Grishik with a fantastic job. As we are here in the 17th minute at Hallway Field. Ball headed up down onto the near wing, out the near touchline. Flint City will have it there as Kaleji moves it in. That pop back towards midfield, played down. Now coming ahead with it, Stuckenholtz has it down the near touchline. It just can't, nope, just can't keep it in. Valiant attempt, unable to keep it in here. That ball sent right back to Grishik. Grishik all the way on to the far wing. Now that's sent down the far touchline, trying to move it back over there was Dries. Back over to Grishik. That ball down, over onto the near wing for Munz. Munz moves it back to Jones. Jones back over to Grishik. Now over onto the far wing. That moved over by Podecki. Battle for it back over there, launched by Podecki. All the way towards midfield, headed up by AFC and Arbor. Popped up by Cal Pearson, now headed the other direction by Podecka. Out the far touchline, that will be a throw-in for Flint City. We are in the 19th minute here at Hallway Field. That ball played down and out the far touchline. Throw in for Flint City. That ball launched all the way back down. Drew Pearson heads it out the far touchline. That ball thrown in, trying to get it back over. There's Yaya. Down the far touchline, knocked away. Ferrer with it. Ferrer headed the other direction. Ferrer in a battle back over there with Camden. Ferrer with the throw-in on the far touchline. We are in the 20th minute here at Hallway Field. Ovakar trying to move it back. That's sent ahead by Goshi. And we'll go out the far touchline. Flint City with the throw-in. 3-0 as AFC and Arbor has the lead here in the 20th minute. Ann Arbor player down on the pitch. As that down on the pitch is Goshi. Goshi coming as he's being worked on. The trainers come out to take a look at him. As the trainers continue to work on Goshi, we hope he'll be all right. You never want to see any of these athletes injured. It is a warm day out here. Game time temperature 75 degrees. Nary a cloud in the sky. As apparently I have the Flint City Bucks logo on the scoreboard, but I tried to type Flint City, but apparently it didn't save on there. So I will try and fix that at halftime. Forgive me. It is the Flint City Bucks. I thought I fixed that yesterday, but that's okay. I got the logo on there. Drew Pearson has it. Drew Pearson moves it over. Goshi over to Men. And then over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson to Ovakar. Ovakar up the near side of the pitch. Now Stuckenholtz gets it over. Racing ahead with it is Lopez. And offside the call. We're in the 22nd minute here at Hallway Field. AFC and Arbor versus the Flint City Bucks. Trying to move that ball ahead is Dries. Down on that far touchline. That'll go out. Throw in over there by Camden. Battle for it is Ovakar. Pops it up high. Laid down over there by Lopez. Whistle. That will be a restart by Flint City. Flint City moves it back over to Jones. Jones up the center of the pitch. Jones over to Kaleji. Kaleji flips it back. Now coming up the near wing. Here comes Flint City up the near touchline. Racing ahead with it is Carnival. Carnival. That ball out the near touchline. Gets that right back over to Kaleji. Kaleji with it to Jones. Now that ball right on the near touchline. Sent all the way across by Padeka. Padeka puts it on the far touchline. Controlled over there, trying to fire it back. Launched all the way right back over to Jones. Jones over to Kaleji. Kaleji trying to launch it ahead. Intercepted. Here comes AFC Ann Arbor. That chipped. Flint takes it away. Coming down the near wing. Munns with it. Munns trying to get around. Stuckenholtz trying to stop that. There's a cross. Good job to knock that away. Stuckenholtz sends it out the near touchline, and that will be a throw-in. Ball down, grab by Dries. Moved back over to Jones. Jones over onto the far wing to Padeka. Back over to Jones. Jones launches it ahead. That headed up by Ann Arbor over onto the far wing. Now Goshi moves it back over to Ferrer. Ferrer back to Goshi. Goshi trying to get around three Flint City players. As that's launched. Yellow card to Flint, I believe, there. As going up, Drew Pearson has it. Mosquito ready to send this away. Mosquito moves it over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson has it. Drew Pearson back to Mosquito. Mosquito over onto the far wing, over to Manon. Now trying to feed it ahead. Ovakar has it just inside of the middle third. Trying to get over to Ferrer. Ferrer moves it back. That ball grabbed. Here comes Flint City racing into the attacking third. Flint City trying to move it over onto the side. Knocked away. Good job to pop that out. As that was, I believe, Lopez getting a foot on it. That ball goes in. As that ball, I believe, they pointed to the goal. So that's going to be a goal kick. That ball over to Manon. Manon bringing up the far wing. I believe that's Ball back over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson fired back, now blasted down the pitch. We'll feed that over to Garishik. Garishik launches it as Luke Benford trying to provide some heavy pressure. Here comes Flint City up the far side of the pitch, trying to feed it ahead. Back over there is Camden. Ball up the far touchline, now sent into the 18. Ferrer has it. Ferrer launches it all the way back. Headed up by Flint City. So I believe over there was Pondeka. Now played down over, popped up high by Benford. Moved right back over to Carnival. Carnival gets it back on the far side of the pitch here in the 27th minute. Ball ahead. Flint has it onto the near touchline. Kaleji moves it back over, sent by Jones all the way up the far wing. That blasted ahead by Carnival. Now lifted up high down the far touchline. Headed over, battle for it as Manon sends it out the far touchline. Avoid a set piece there. The ball played down on the edge of the 18. Now lifted back deep. So now go all the way back into the defensive third for Flint. Flint quickly brings it down the far wing by Pondeka. Right back over to Jones. Jones, center of the pitch, right in the middle third. Jones. Here in the 28th minute. Moves it ahead to Pondeka. Ovakar trying to lift it the other direction. So that's launched all the way back to Garishik, just outside of his 18. He moves it over to Kaleji. Back to Jones. Jones. Ball played down onto the near touchline, and that goes out the near touchline. There'll be a throw in by Ann Arbor. Holtz with the throw in here. And we do want to thank Polestar Detroit, the electric vehicle partner of AFC Ann Arbor, as well as YMCA, the fitness partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Thank YMCA for their support in the 2025 season. Of course, Bank of Ann Arbor, the title sponsor. We thank them for 10 mighty years of their continued support. Bank of Ann Arbor helps. That ball tipped back. Moved over, now send ahead. Grabbed over there by Dries. Dries trying to lift it all the way back into the 18. Mosquito has it there. Mosquito here in the 29th minute. 3-0. Ann Arbor with the lead over Flint City. That ball moved over back. Now lifted all the way over. Drew Pearson trying to get to it. Moves it ahead. Here comes Holtz. Holtz gets it. Lopez with it there. Lopez back over to Drew Pearson onto the near wing. Drew Pearson lifts it back over to Mosquito. All the way over. Sorry, trying to get that scoreboard fixed, and that's awesome. So over there with the ball is Jones. Jones launches it ahead. And Drew Pearson heads it up, played down over by Holtz. Holtz trying to get around traffic. Holtz trying to get around Munns. Now Goshi gets that ball over to Manon. Manon over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson up the near side of the pitch. Drew Pearson launches it. Now that's sent right back. Down on the near touchline, headed up by Stuckenholtz. Right on the near touchline. Lopez gets it over. Ovakar trying to make a move. Ovakar battling. Now Kyle Pearson moves it all the way across. Down the far touchline it goes. Ovakar into the far corner. Ovakar back. Ferrer launches it across the pitch, and that will go all the way down onto the near wing. Out the near touchline. Throw in for Ann Arbor here in the 32nd minute. Ann Arbor back over to Holtz, and that just off of the foot of Stuckenholtz out the far touchline. By the way, Stuckenholtz is going to University of Nebraska Omaha for his college time. He is a sophomore there. He's from Granetta, Nebraska, and was the Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year. I appreciate Stuckenholtz spending some time here with AFC Ann Arbor for this summer. Holtz trying to get to that. Here comes Flint City. They launch it into the 18 on a hop. Mosquito grabs it there here in the 32nd minute. Ball over to Ferrer. Ferrer brings it up the far wing. Ferrer trying to lift it. That over. Lopez trying to get through traffic. Lopez battling back over there with Dries. Flint comes away with it. Now tipped right back over. Ovakar gets it over to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz as he's knocked off the ball. As that will be a whistle. Yellow card is, that looks like a yellow card going to Dries. Is it going to be to Dries? No, that's going to be to a AFC Ann Arbor player. I did not see exactly who that was on. That is going to be a Flint kick here in the 33rd minute. As Jones ready to kick it away. Now Jones will go and Grishik will kick it as they try and Grishik moves everyone up the pitch. Headed back. Now Manning pops it up high, headed right back the other direction. Racing back over to get to it is Phillip. Phillip on that far touchline. Ferrer. There, Phillip down on the pitch over on that far touchline. Official over. We want to thank Whitfield Properties, the housing partner of AFC Ann Arbor. We want to thank them for 10 years of support housing the visiting players. We want to thank Lewis Jewelers, your diamond store. Ann Arbor District Library. We want to thank the Ann Arbor District Library for their incredible support of the Mighty Oak and for all they do for the Ann Arbor community. Units Moving and Storage, the storage partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Visit them at unitstorage.com. Ball moved down in along the far wing, gathered up there by Jones, up the center of the pitch. Jones coming over, lifts it all the way back. That will go into the 18. Mosquito has it there. Mosquito here in the 35th minute. Mosquito plucks it up as Munn's there providing pressure for Flint. 3-0, Ann Arbor with the lead. Trying to get a huge win versus Flint City, number 1 in the Great Lakes Division for Rare. Trying to lift ahead. That played down off the body. Headed up by Manning. Kyle Pearson trying to get to it. That ball down. Now launched the other direction. I believe that was Drew Pearson who fired it up. Coming down the far wing. Here comes Padeka. Padeka trying to get across. That goes out the end line. As that will be a goal kick. Padeka pleads his case. But Mosquito will send that from the 6.
Bank of Ann Arbor, title sponsor of AFC Ann Arbor.
Here in the 36th minute, 3-0. Ann Arbor with the lead. Mosquito back to send this away. Ball headed up, played down, now launched high up there by Drew Pearson. Ball racing ahead with it. Here comes Goshi. Goshi moves it over to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz just outside the 18. Stuckenholtz trying to get past a pair of players. Moves it back over to Goshi. Goshi launches it. That headed down. Now Lopez with a shot. Oh, off the woodwork. Loose. And that fired all the way out the far touchline by Podeka. As what a blast just off the woodwork. As you can see that ball coming in and over as just a beautiful blast and just caught that woodwork. Ferrer with it, AFC and Arbor keeping the pressure on. Flint lifts it high down and out the near touchline. Throw in for Ann Arbor as Holtz comes over to do the duty. Here in the 37th minute, 3-0. Ann Arbor with the lead on Flint City. Whistle and they want to make sure that the spot is correct as they'll have Holtz move a little bit further past midfield. As they'll say the ball went out right around 5-10 yards inside of midfield. Holtz. That ball controlled by Flint. Now that blasted all the way back by Podeka. Down the far touchline and out for Ferrer. The throw him right in front of the Flint bench. Here in the 38th minute, 3-0. Ann Arbor with the lead. Trying to move ahead. Ovikar goes down on the pitch. Here comes Flint City the other direction. Trying to move it over. Here comes Ayala. Ayala launches it all the way across. That headed up and grab by Mosquito. Beautiful grab in the 18 by Mosquito. Still pop up. We want to thank Destination Ann Arbor, the tourism partner of Ann Arbor. Destination Ann Arbor supports our vibrant community by promoting Ann Arbor as a destination choice for travelers. Check them out at annarbor.org. Also, A20 Sustainability Partner of AFC Ann Arbor. A20 supports AFC Ann Arbor's efforts in moving to our sustainable initiatives coming ahead down the near wing. That ball sent into the 18, now blasted right towards midfield, gathered up there. Here comes Ann Arbor as Drew Pearson trying to move it over. That down the near touchline. Stuckenholtz tried to get it. That kept in by Ayala. But it went out. Valiant attempt by Ayala to keep it in. Here in the 39th minute. Holtz. That ball fired ahead by Goshi. Played down over there by Yaya. Now lifted over onto the far wing. Brought ahead by Flint. Headed up the other direction by Holtz. Racing over to get it is Carnival. That headed up over by Dries. Ball played back over. Jones goes to get it. He'll leave it for Grishik. Grishik over onto the near wing. Here in the 40th minute. Ball lifted all the way down, trying to get it to Ayala. Ayala looking for a cross. Ayala battling with Holtz. Holtz trying to stay in front. And Mosquito with the grab in the 18. Mosquito moves ahead to Goshi. Goshi comes up the far wing. Goshi moves it down the near touchline. Here comes Holtz. Holtz over midfield. Holtz trying to get into the attacking third. Holtz gets it over to Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz has it on the near touchline. Fires it down the near corner. Trying to get to it as using his body, Jones, to keep that ball from being able to be gotten. That'll be a goal kick. Grishik over on the near touchline. Sent back over to Jones. Jones, pressure coming from Stuckenholtz. That ball brought ahead by Podeka. Now launched all the way deep back over. Mannon heads it back the other direction. Ovikar arches it. Played down by Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz on the far wing. Stuckenholtz into the attacking third. Racing over, trying to get to it is Lopez. And that goes out the near touchline. Again, a really good valiant attempt by Podeka. That ball over down the far touchline. Battle with it, trying to get a cross back over there. That will go out the end line. That's going to be a corner. So Benford battling hard over on that far wing. Benford gets a corner. Benford from Canton, Michigan. He went to Salem High School, as he is now a senior at Oakland University. Goshi back to take that set piece here. Left hand raised, right foot into it. Popped up high. Stuckenholtz trying to get to it, but a player down, a Flint player down in the 18. As Jones went down, he pops up. Gurishik in the 18 here in the 42nd minute. Whistle there as that got out of the 18. He'll get it back there. Gurishik arches it down the far side of the pitch. Launched by Mannon. And all the way back, Padeka gets it back over to Gurishik. Gurishik in the 18. Stuckenholtz trying to provide pressure. Padeka battling Lopez. Ball down the far touchline. Now going the other direction. Here comes Camden. Camden trying to get it all the way back. Ferrer back there as that ball fired, and that'll go to the far side of the far post. Ferrer back there providing just enough pressure to make it difficult, and that will be a corner as Yaya to take this set piece for Flint City. Here in the 43rd minute, 3-0, Ann Arbor with the lead. They're hoping to take down the top of the table. Yaya raises his hand, moves it smartly across, and Mosquito getting the header and diving down on it. Mosquito has been fantastic in this match so far. Mosquito bringing folks across. You can see here that replay. As there's the kick. A beautiful header, and look at that save by Mosquito. Excellent work there. And ball down on the near wing, gathered up there, fired across by Kaleji. Over to Jones. Jones gets it over to Padeka. Padeka moves it down that far touchline, launch back over there. Trying to get to it is Yaya. That out the far touchline. Throw in by Flint City. That will go into the 18, stopped by Mosquito. Pressure coming, Mosquito will pick it up. Mosquito comes to the edge of the 18. He sends everyone up the pitch. Good crowd here on a Saturday evening. We are very grateful for you watching, and always appreciate all the fans in the stands as well. As that ball all the way back deep. Rishik grabs it in the 18, quickly throws it down onto the near wing. Sense of urgency for Flint City as they bring it up the near touchline. Grab there, moved across, chipped up by Carnival. As a little jersey tug and Carnival ends up down on the pitch. That'll be a kick as they'll move it back. Jones moves it over to Padeka. Padeka all the way across. Trying to get a kit number. That's knocked down. Coming over. Carnival with it. That launched. Blasted by Ayala. Blocked. And that'll go out the near touchline. Great defense back over there by Ann Arbor. Stopping a excellent opportunity for Flint. Jones has it. Jones down on the near touchline over to Kaleji. Kaleji.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage.
At least 3 minutes of stoppage time coming up here. So that ball all the way down onto the far wing. Chipped over. And headed down by Flint. Popped up back over there, racing into just outside the 18. That ball moved over, trying to get to it. Over there is Phillip, and grabbed by Mosquito. Again, a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time, at least. 3-0 here, Ann Arbor with the lead over Flint City. As we're about a minute into stoppage time, that ball all the way back deep. Gorishik grabs it in the 18, Gorishik. Pressure back there by Lopez. Gorishik has it. Gorishik, right foot into it, lifted down on that far side of the pitch, headed up, played down by Goshi. Goshi chips it over to Ovakar. Ovakar trying to turn on it. Ovakar moves it onto the far touchline. Sent right back to Ovakar. And Lopez trying to get to it. That headed up by Dries. All the way back to Gorishik. Now Gorishik launching it. And we'll go out the far touchline. Ferrer has it there. So we are about a minute 50 into a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Ball headed up by Ann Arbor, played down Flint City, trying to move it ahead. Popped up high over there by Ayala. Here comes Ann Arbor, moving ahead. That ball over to Stuckenholtz, back over to Holtz. Now moved ahead, racing. Here comes Ayala. Lifted high back by Kaleji. Down. Ayala has it. Now trying to knock it away, Stuckenholtz. Back to Kaleji. Battle for it. Moved ahead by Stuckenholtz. Flipped right back over, down onto the near touchline. Muntz with it, Muntz. Arcs it all the way across the pitch, over onto the far wing. Moved back, top of the 18, and that ball will be grabbed by Mosquito. As we are about a minute 50 into stoppage time of a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Could be more. As we are 3 minutes in, and that will do it. As there is the whistles, we are at halftime. So at the end of the first half, it is 3-0 AFC Ann Arbor with the lead over the Flint City Bucks. Let's take a moment and we'll play a little bit of music, and we will come back with your sponsors, and we'll see if we can come up with a intermission scoreboard report. You are watching AFC Ann Arbor as they battle the Flint City Bucks live at Pioneer High School here at Hallway Field. do a quick Great Lakes scoreboard report here. As back on the 31st, it was Flint with a 1-0 win over Union FC Macomb. On the 31st, it was Northern Indiana FC with a 3-2 win over Oakland County FC. We know on the 1st, it was Kalamazoo FC with a 2-1 win over AFC Ann Arbor. Also, that would be on the 3rd, it would be Union Macomb with a 2-1 win over Lansing City football. On the 4th, it was Midwest United FC with a 2-0 win over the Flint City Bucks. On the 6th, it was Northern Indiana FC with a 4-1 win over Kalamazoo FC. And on the 6th, it was Midwest United 2-1 win over Oakland County. This is the only game in the Midwest, or in the Great Lakes Division, that is going on today. No other action today in the Great Lakes Division. We want to thank everyone out there for watching and cheering on either one of these teams. We're very grateful for your support of these amazing athletes in this fantastic sport and the entire sport of the USL too. We want to thank all of the amazing sponsors. That includes A20, the sustainability partner of AFC Ann Arbor. A20 supports AFC Ann Arbor's effort in moving our sustainability initiatives forward, from the elimination of plastic bottles in our concessions to recycled and organic fibers in our team and merch apparel. Destination Ann Arbor, the tourism partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Destination Ann Arbor supports our vibrant community by promoting Ann Arbor as a destination of choice for travelers. Check them out at annarbor.org. We want to thank Units Moving and Storage, the official storage partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Visit them at unitstorage.com. We want to thank the Ann Arbor District Library for their incredible support of the Mighty Oak and for all they do for the Ann Arbor community. We want to thank Lewis Jewelers for their support of AFC Ann Arbor. Lewis Jewelers, your diamond store. Wickfield Properties is the official housing partner of AFC Ann Arbor. 10 years of support housing to visiting players of AFC Ann Arbor. We want to thank Bank of Ann Arbor, the title sponsor of AFC Ann Arbor. Thank you for 10 mighty years of support. YMCA Fitness, the fitness partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Polestar Detroit, the electric vehicle partner of AFC Ann Arbor. And, of course, Diaza, the kit partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Is everyone getting ready to go here? Ann Arbor will be going from left to right here in the second half. Flint will be going right to left. Ann Arbor in their green kits out there with the green pants and the white and green socks. The Flint City Bucks are in their white kits on the top. They have the blue and with the yellow trim shorts and the white socks. 3-0 Ann Arbor with the lead. It was a goal in the 3rd minute, as that one was by Kyle Pearson. That on a set piece, a free kick from just outside the 18. Then at the 6-minute mark, it was Stuckenholtz putting it in. And then at the 16-minute mark, it was a goal by Ovakar, who managed to get the ball past the defender and fire it in. So everyone getting ready, getting worked out and stretched out, getting ready for this second half. Again, the next game is going to be this Wednesday. That will be a 7 p.m. game, as that will be the women's squad trying to stay undefeated. They've dropped the number 5, but that's number 5 in the entire nation. So they have yet to lose a game. So come on down. 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening should be a fantastic time. I believe that's the Kalamazoo FC who they will be playing. Everyone getting warmed up here and ready to go. I may have come on just a little bit early.
Fans, make some noise!
As the ball set at the center circle. Coaches comes out to have a talk with the players. As the second half temperature, it's dropped 3 whole degrees, 72 degrees. Gorgeous day out here. Nary a cloud in the sky. You can't see it, but the moon is high up just over the field goal post to the right. So you can see that moon up high in the sky, which is always kind of cool. Good crowd here. Flint brought a number of folks down, a bunch of Ann Arbor fans. The Main Street hooligans letting themselves be heard. Again, the Main Street hooligans, you can go check them out on Instagram or Facebook or Blue Sky. They are doing a fundraiser for Pride Month, where every goal is more money donated to the Ozone House. So check that out.
Say it louder for me here. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say it again. I thought you guys were scared.
As Flint pops back out there.
Let's go, Buck. Let's go, Buck. Let's go, Buck. Let's go, Buck.
You can hear some of the Flint fans letting themselves be heard. Trying to get their supporters to get a good chant going. As Ann Arbor again gathered around to the left, Flint gather around to the right. Just waiting to get this second half underway. Here we go, is out to send this to start is going to be Munns. So the Gatorade bottles ends up on the pitch. As Benford gets that moved over, and we are underway for the second half. The ball moved over, grabbing him. Up the near wing was Arntzen. Back, sent across by Yaboa. All the way down into the far corner, sent into the 18. Great job to knock it away by Mannon. As he got right in front and sent it out the end line, that will be a corner. But a good job stopping a valiant attempt there by Flint City. Carnival ready to send this, left hand raised by Carnival. As that's out of the 18, headed back up. And that will be sent out the near touchline. There'll be a throw in on the near touchline, as that will be thrown in by Camden. Camden gets it back. Camden moves it smartly back over to Kadoa. Kadoa over to Padecki. Padecka launched all the way down by Jones into the 18, knocked away. Carnival fires it, that knocked away. All the way back as Mosquito down in the 18. As trainers come over. I believe a collision, folks going for the ball at the same time. And Still working on Mosquito. He has been very, very good. So we hope he'll be all right. Reese Muller is the substitute keeper for today. Reese Muller was the, I did look into it, he was the coach of the Dexter women's team. I remember him being the coach as he came in here. One of the opposing teams. He's an assistant coach with Albion now. He has coached a number of different places, including a good stint at Concordia. Mosquito up. As he is holding on to his back. So, 49th minute. Trainers come off. Snap ball high up. Headed up there by Yaboa. Now sent by Drew Pearson. Popped up high by Benford. Headed back the other direction. Back over there by Phillip. Played down the near touchline. Stopped by Ferrer, and Ferrer just couldn't keep it in. The near touchline, that'll be a throw-in by Flint City as Camden has it on the near touchline. Camden lofts it in. That's sent right back over to Arntzen. Jones arcs it all the way down into the 18. Plucked up by Mosquito. Good job by Ferrer to try and stop that attack. Mosquito gets it right back over to Ferrer, and that right down the near touchline, out off of Flint City. As racing over, trying to provide some pressure was Camden, and ended up taking that ball, and it careened right off. Now Lopez trying to get around Kadoa. Kadoa gets it over to Camden. Camden arcs it ahead, headed back over to Ovakar. Taken away back there by Carnival. Carnival gets it to Kadoa. All the way over. Holtz racing, and that will go out the far touchline. Throwing for Ann Arbor here in the 50th minute. 3-0 Ann Arbor with the lead over number 1 in the Great Lakes Division, Flint City Bucks. Ovakar moves it now for Ferrer. Lifts it high. Down the pitch. Podeka moves it back over to Grishik. Grishik outside the 18. And flipped over there by Yaboa. Yaboa. Back to Kadoa. Now brought ahead by Podeka. Podeka over midfield. Podeka. That goes out the near touchline. Quick throw in there by Camden. Camden. Played down. Benford trying to get to it. Now Ovakar lifts it all the way down the pitch. Down on the near side. Trying to get to it. Battle for it. Lopez ends up down on the pitch. Yaboa moves it over. As Lopez still down. He is holding his head. Here in the 51st minute. He is working on getting himself up. It looked like he kind of waved away. Good sportsmanship there by Yaboa. Patting him on the back. We appreciate that. Good job again. Good handshake. Love the sportsmanship. And good round of applause by all the fans. I always like to clap when a player gets up from being injured. That ball moved over by Arntzen. Back to Yaboa. Yaboa lifts it down the far side of the pitch. Back now for Ferrer. Trying to lift it ahead. Played down by Podeka. Down onto the near wing. Brought ahead by Benford. Benford trying to move it to Lopez. Lopez coming ahead with it. Lopez trying to move it over to Kyle Pearson. Knocked away. Good defense by Flint. as Kadoa all the way across the pitch, headed up. Played down, trying to get to it is Dries. Right at midfield. Popped over by Goshi. Now down the near wing, racing over. Phillip trying to get to it. Phillip outside the 18 with a cross. That knocked down, lifted out by Stuckenholtz. Played down over there by Kadoa. Kadoa, that launched all the way back. That will go out the far touchline. Throw in by Flint City Bucks on that far touchline. As Jones will have someone get him a ball over there. I think that ball went for a ride underneath the visiting stands. Here in the 53rd minute, Ann Arbor had a goal in the 3rd minute, a goal in the 6th minute, and a goal in the 16th minute. To have this 3-0 lead, Ferrer lifts it all the way down the center of the pitch, trying to get to it into the 18, racing down on this near touchline, fired ahead. Benford heads it up high, popped up, racing over to get to it is Kadoa. Kadoa back over to Jones. Jones. Now Padeka has it. Padeka moves it ahead, sharply over to Camden. Popped up high by Phillip, but that is going to be out the near touchline. Ferrer will have it just on the Flint side of midfield here in the play down back to Ferrer. Ferrer lifts it all the way over. Stuckenholtz trying to get to it. That flipped over by Kadoa. Now Jones moves it sharply into the attacking third. Flipped over there by Agar. And down the far touchline. That ball over to Kadoa. Now into the far corner. I think that went out. No, apparently not, as that comes over. Here comes Ann Arbor down the near touchline. That popped up. Trying to get to it is Padeka. Played down by Ferrer, now back over. Grabbed away, here comes Phillip. Phillip moves it over to Munns. Munns gets it back to Kadoa. Now chipped over by Carnival. On the far wing, back over to Carnival. He tries to move it ahead. Back to Munns, lifted down into the far corner. Carnival trying to get across. Launch that deflected in the 18 and knocked high up. That thing will go halfway to Celine. As that was blasted over there, I believe that was man knocking it with authority out of the 18. Here in the 56th minute, trainers come on for an injured Flint player on the edge of the 18. Down on the near side as it is Camden, who is down. Keep our fingers crossed that he will be all right as the trainers come out to work on him. It is a warmer day than we've had. We've had a couple warm days recently, but it is warmer than most of the game days we've had thus far. So, that might lead to some dehydration and other things. Again, I'm no doctor, but you just hope that most of these are not serious injuries and they can pop back up and play a little bit more. The trainer down there working on the left leg, it looks like. So they're going to work on him. They did bring out looks like they brought some of the Gatorade out, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We're going to hope it's just a cramp and nothing more serious. Not that cramp, it's fun to have, but it's better than anything a little bit more permanent. It gives us a chance to again run through our amazing, wonderful sponsors of AFC Ann Arbor. That includes the odds of the team apparel partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Check out the new 2025 jerseys available at the merch booth in youths, men's, and women's sizes, as well as on AFCAnnArbor.com. Wear the jersey the team wears. Polestar Detroit is the electric vehicle partner of AFC Ann Arbor. YMCA, we want to thank the Ann Arbor YMCA, the fitness partner of AFC Ann Arbor, for their support in 2025. We want to thank Bank of Ann Arbor for 10 mighty years of continued support. There's as popping up over there is Camden, and good round of applause by the fans as he is being helped off. He is putting zero weight on his left leg. We hope he'll be all right. As you always love to see these amazing athletes play their guts out. You don't want to see any of them injured. So we will keep our fingers crossed that Camden will be all right. Again, we want to thank Bank of Ann Arbor for 10 mighty years of continued support. Bank of Ann Arbor helps. As they get Camden off the pitch and they're getting him over slowly to the locker room. Again, we will keep our fingers crossed that that young gentleman will be all right. That ball popped up, and that will go out the end line. Goal kick. Mosquito will go back and pluck up the ball. And here in the 59th minute.
Flint City substitutions number 18, Jack Roman, and number 29, Wes Carnival.
Roman in for Carnival. Pretty sure I saw 15 Arntzen in there as well as Yaboa number 6 and number 8 Kadoa. I do not believe I did not have any of those marked as starters. That ball headed by Benford, played down. Stuckenholtz trying to get to it. Stuckenholtz trying to work his way around, and that knocked up by a guard. Gets it right towards center, sent back the other direction by Ann Arbor, headed back by Benford, racing over onto the near wing, trying to get to it. That ball right on the near touchline and out. As Lopez trying to get to it, as that is going to be a free kick. As Yaboa lifts it all the way down the near touchline, headed up by Benford, played down and out the near touchline. And moved over by Kadoa. Back. Yaboa now with it. Yaboa moves it all the way over to Jones. Jones lifts it up high, down into the 18. Mosquito grabs it there. Here in the 60th minute at Hallway Field. Ann Arbor with the 3-0 lead. Mosquito gets it over to Ferrer. Ferrer makes a move, comes up the near side of the pitch, gets it over to Ovicar. Ovicar down onto the near touchline, over for Benford. Benford trying to move it ahead and offside the call. As Lopez Kyle Pearson got just a little back behind the defense. Kadoa will take that ball from Yaboa all the way over to Jones. Jones stops, pressure coming. Gets it back over to Kadoa. Now Yaboa with it on the near touchline. Badeka has it all the way back into the 18 for Yaboa. Yaboa lifts it down the pitch, popped up high back over there by Roman. Now Ferrer getting it, headed up by Phillip. Down the near wing, sent the other direction, trying to get to it. Controlled by Flint. As Kyle Pearson trying to get to it. Collision. As 3 players ended up colliding down there. And Arntzen down on the pitch. He picks that up. And this is going to be a set piece in a dangerous area. As Carnival will take this inside the attacking third. Left hand raised, Carnival moves it across and grabbed out there by Mosquito. It's Mosquito, excellent job over there. Mosquito waits for everyone to get a little further down the pitch. Now, he'll roll it over to Ferrer. Ferrer has it, Ferrer. Up the near wing, over to Benford. Benford plays it back. Battle for it as Kyle Pearson had it on the near touchline, moves it back over to Mannon. Mannon gets it over to Mosquito. Mosquito all the way across. Drew Pearson up the far touchline. That will be a throw-in for Ann Arbor. They actually have Camden on the grass back behind, up in front of the locker rooms, and they're working on them there.
AFC and Arbor substitution number 17, Kareem Bay.
So Bay comes in for Ann Arbor to bring in some fresh legs here in the 63rd minute. Ball trying to bring it ahead. Chipped all the way down onto the near wing. That ball will go out the near touchline. Throw in by Padeka. Back to Yeboah. Now over to Jones. Jones up the far side of the pitch. Jones trying to lift it over to Munns. Munns, that goes out the far touchline. AFC Ann Arbor with the throw-in. Holtz will have it over there in the 34th minute, 3-0. Ann Arbor with the lead. Still a lot of time left, but Ann Arbor trying to get a big win here versus Flint City. They want to keep control. Flint wants to try and get some scoring going, as that is going to be a corner. Flint City able to earn themselves a corner,
Ann Arbor District Library. We thank the AFC
as that was
for their
Phillip
incredible support of the
who
Vital
battled and earned that set piece.
and for all they do for the Ann Arbor community.
And raised, ball up, headed down over onto the near wing for Rare. Trying to arc it back, controlled. Flint trying to move ahead with it is Kadoa. Sent across by Roman, off, and that is going to be a corner. So another set piece here for Flint.
Storage partner of the AFC.
That looks like that's Roman ready to take this corner. Roman lifts it high, headed. Mosquito knocks it away. Punches it out the end line. Goal kick for Mosquito. Phillip back there providing pressure. Mosquito over to Drew Pearson. Drew Pearson gets the ball set. Lifted ahead. Bay trying to get to it. Lay down ahead by Roman. Now back. Headed up by Padeka. Now trying to turn on it is Phillip out the near touchline. Phillip throws the ball towards the center of the pitch. Now moved back over to Yeboah. Yeboah all the way across to Jones. Here in the 66th minute, Jones just over midfield. Jones gets it back over to Yeboah. Yeboah over to Padeka. Padeka moves it over back to Yeboah. Yeboah trying to move it ahead. Tipped over to Roman. Roman moving it down the near wing, trying to get it over to Phillip. Phillip gets it all the way across. That's sent back to the top of the attacking third. Able to hold it in is Padeka. As that ball, now Ovakar has it on the near touchline. Ovakar pops it ahead. Roman had it. Now here comes Kyle Pearson. Kyle Pearson, former Michigan Mr. Soccer, now racing ahead with it. Agar gets it along the far wing. Battle for it back over there is Stuckenholtz trying to knock that away. Stuckenholtz comes down the far touchline. Stuckenholtz has that knocked out the far touchline. That will go over to Flint City. That ball popped up, headed over by Mannon, now back by Flint. Popped up high by Bay. Headed down, Jones has it. Jones trying to feed it ahead over to Kadoa. Lifted down, sent ahead by Bay. Down the far wing. Now over onto the near wing. Padeka trying to get it over to Phillip. Now down the near touchline for Roman, and that just out of his reach and out the near touchline. Here in the 67th minute at Hallway Field, 3-0, Ann Arbor with the lead. That ball played down by Ovakar, stolen away. Down the near touchline is Phillip. Phillip arcs it all the way across, headed back over there by Drew Pearson. Now Stuckenholtz trying to get to it. Launched by Flint, picked up by Roman. Roman up the near wing. Roman cutting towards the center of the pitch. That ball headed down. Phillip trying to get to it. Phillip just outside the 18 onto the near wing. Phillip trying to get his way past the defense. Back over. Podeka gets it back into the middle third. Now Jones arcs it down the center of the pitch. Headed up back there by Mannon. Down onto the near wing. Roman had it. Fired out. That is going to be a corner. Here in the 68th minute, Roman quickly gets it set. Roman raises both hands, fires it ahead, and you can tell again a sense of urgency by Flint as they are hurrying to everything here as a collision. As a couple players going for the ball collided and ended up down in the 18. As this is going to be a penalty kick, as a penalty in the 18 by Ann Arbor turns into a penalty kick. Phillip to take this kick. Ferrer pleading his case. An excellent opportunity here for Flint to get this to a 2-goal deficit. And that put in as Phillip scores on the penalty here in the 69th minute. As here in the 70th minute, that ball right at the center. Cal Pearson ready to get it going. Again, Kyle Pearson ready to get going here. Kyle Pearson gets it going. That fired ahead. Coming down the far touchline. Trying to get it ahead over is Stuckenholtz. Battle on that far wing. As Flint ready to send this away in the 71st minute. Again, you see a big sense of urgency by this Flint team as they have it. It's now 3-1. AFC and Arbor with the 2-goal lead, but Flint with the last goal on a penalty kick. Ball down onto the near wing. Trying to bring it at is Podeka. Podeka with the cross, knocked down by Mannon. Now here comes Bay up the near touchline. Bay arcs it all the way down. Racing ahead, here comes Benford. Benford trying to get back past the defense. Benford. And chipped away. Yaboa with a good defensive play there. A tug of the jersey too. Picked up back by Carnival. All the way across to Jones. Jones here in the 72nd minute. Jones up the far touchline. That will go all the way back, running, trying to get to it. Chipped away back over there by Drew Pearson. Now lifted all the way back to midfield. Flint controls over to Kadoa. Kadoa down onto this near wing to Roman. Roman moves it back. Podeka with it. Podeka just over midfield here in the 72nd minute. Lifted into the 18 as grabbed. Excellent work there by Mosqueda. Over to Ferrer. Ferrer trying to get around Roman. Over to Bay. Roman knocks that away back towards midfield. Played down there by Kadoa. Back by Arnston. All the way across onto the far wing. Lifted back by Ann Arbor. Back into the defensive third for Flint. Gathered up there by Yaboa, over to Padeka, out the near touchline, Ann Arbor. Now Ferreira will go and grab the ball. By the way, Flint with a great sense of urgency, Ann Arbor with no sense of urgency. They'd like to take as much time as possible. So, Ferrer on the near touchline here in the 73rd minute, 3-1, Ann Arbor with the 2-goal lead. All 3 goals in the first half for Ann Arbor. As again, Ferrer waiting a substitution as Ovikar goes off. See if I can get a number coming on. I think that's 13, which would be Nino. So Nino in for Ovikar. And ball thrown in by Ferrer, popped up over. Nino trying to get to it. Nino battling. And will be a whistle and a kick for Flint. And is grabbing that ball. Arntzen gets it back from Yaboa bringing it ahead. Yaboa moves it over. Now Kadoa lifting it. Is that set out the near touchline by Mosquito? Bodeka throws it in, trying to get to a Phillips. He was the last goal scorer. He has the lone goal for Flint City. All the way down, trying to get to it. Stuckenholtz. Now Drew Pearson lifts it all the way down the pitch. Here in the 75th minute. Moved ahead up the center of the pitch by Yaboa. Deflected up, trying to get to it is Benford. Now Stuckenholtz trying to get to it. Stuckenholtz ends up down, and that looks like that is going to be... There's a yellow card, and that will be a yellow card to Flint. Was going for the ball, ended up getting Stuckenholtz. Not a fun area. Stuckenholtz looks like he's up and good. If that happened to me, I'd be down for a week, but that's just me. These young gentlemen are much tougher than I am, and we know that. That's why I'm up here. Here in the 56th minute, that ball sent down the far touchline. Stuckenholtz trying to get across. Stuckenholtz battling, trying to get it away back over there from a guard. That ball moved ahead. Ferrer sends it the other direction. Now Bay lifts it, or excuse me, Kyle Pearson lifts it down. Benford trying to get to it. That's going to be a corner for Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor earns themselves a set piece here in the 76th minute. Goshi ready to take the corner. As Goshi gets himself set here, the Ann Arbor crowd, the Main Street hooligans cheering the team on. Left hand raised. That ball brought ahead, headed, and that will be headed out. The end line, that will be a goal kick. Again, lots of intensity here by Flint as they fire it all the way back into the defensive third of Ann Arbor. Mannon sends it. That goes into the parking lot. That might have hit my minivan in the back parking lot, but that's okay. That was a heck of a kick. As that played down, trying to get it is Phillip. Still battling on the center of the pitch. Kyle Pearson ends up down. That gets knocked over. Coming ahead with it is Roman. Sent back. Now all the way down the far wing, Nino gets it ahead, and that will go out the far touchline. I don't think I've ever seen a ball kicked where it goes over the stands into the parking lot. That is, we've been doing games here for about 10 years, and I don't think I've ever seen that. It's impressive. That ball moved ahead by Yaboa. trying to get to it, headed up high back there by Mannon. Now Mosquito has it in the 18. Here in the 78th minute, 3-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. Mosquito urging everyone up the pitch. Mosquito lifts it right up the center of the pitch, played down, coming ahead with it. Down that far wing is Stuckenholtz, knocked away. Now tipped there by Arnston. Launched by Kadoa. Phillip trying to get to it. Phillip sends it down the far touchline, trying to move it over to a guard. Looking for a cross. Battling Drew Pearson over there. Drew Pearson trying to knock that away. Now Phillip has it. Phillip all the way over, and good job by Mosquito to grab it. Phillip had a little nutmeg there, throwing it through an AFC and Arbor player's legs, but Mosquito grabs it, and we're here in the 79th minute. 3-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. That headed down by Jones onto the far wing. Over to Padeka. And trying to get it to Roman right at midfield. Roman sends it down the midfield line, gets it back. And launched ahead by Padeka. Coming here, Kadoa moves it back. Now Jones races over to get it. Jones on the far side of the pitch. Jones trying to get it over midfield. And knocked down by Goshi. Goshi ends up down on the pitch. A collision from a guard. And a whistle. That should be a kick for Ann Arbor. As we are in the 80th minute here at Hallway Field. 3-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. All three goals in the first, in the 3rd minute, the 6th minute, and the 16th minute. It was in the 69th minute that a penalty shot cut into Ann Arbor's lead. Goal scorers have been Kyle Pearson, Stuckenholtz, and Ovakar for Ann Arbor, and Phillip for Flint City. Ann Arbor would love a big win here as that ball chipped. Trying to come down the far touchline as Phillip has it. Phillip moves it down the near wing, and that kicked over by Mosquito. He'll send that out the near touchline right to the Main Street Hooligans. As that ball thrown in by Padeka over to Phillip. Popped up high in the air towards the center of the pitch. Played down over there, coming ahead with it is Nino. Moves it back over to Drew Pearson. Phillip providing pressure. Drew Pearson gets it over to Mannon. Trying to avoid Munns. Mannon. Back over to Mosquito. Lifts that all the way down onto the far wing. Headed back by Flint City. They'll get it right back into the attacking third. Drew Pearson sends it down the pitch. That will go out the far touchline. Throw it by Jones. Here's some of the little ones cheering Ann Arbor. Love to see that. Building long-time future fans, hopefully. The ball all the way across, gathered up by Padeka. High down the far touchline, headed out. That would be out off of Ann Arbor. Quickly racing in. That ball sent all the way back. That'll bounce on the blockades as we are in the 82nd minute. The ball rolls all the way back into the Flint City defensive third. Kyle Pearson providing pressure. That ball over to Padeka. All the way to Jones. Jones up the far wing. Jones into the middle third. Jones trying to get it all the way back over to Munns. Down that far touchline. Looking to go over. That goes out the end line. That will be a corner. So again, a big set piece here for Flint City. That ball set over there. That looks like that's going to be Carnival. With his left hand raised again. Flint moving quickly with a sense of urgency. Headed back. Played down. Now launched all the way down the pitch. That will go out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in, but we're in the 83rd minute here. Probably have at least another 3 minutes of stoppage time. So we're looking probably at least 11 more minutes. Here comes Roman. Roman up the near wing. Roman on the near touchline. Roman moves it right back over to Arnston. Arnston. That headed up by Phillip. Played down. That deflected as a blast by Munns went off of a defender. Here comes Stuckenholtz. Stuckenholtz moves it over. He ends up down on the pitch. That is going to be a kick for Ann Arbor. Still Drew Pearson over there as he will, yep, that's Drew Pearson, ready to get this ball set. No, Mosquito will send this away. Again, Mosquito from Sao Paulo, Brazil, one of two players from Sao Paulo, Brazil. That blasted all the way back down, and that will go out the far touchline. The other player from Sao Paulo, Brazil is Genshin. Mosquito going a senior at Oral Roberts University. Trying to play it across. Back over Stuckenholtz. Trying to get to it. Stuckenholtz popped away. Now chipped down the far wing by Nino. Ann Arbor looking for a cross. Coming just outside the 18. Fired in, and that plucked up there by Gorishik. Gorishik hasn't seen a huge amount of action in the second. As Flint has been aggressive trying to get this game tied in the second. As that will be a kick. Yellow card to is a yellow card to Holtz. As I think that might have been a comment after the action that earned the yellow card. So we are in the 85th minute. Ball on the far touchline, launched ahead, headed up back there. Played down, Padeka gets it onto the edge of the 18. Ferrer there, Ferrer trying to get over, man in with it. As that is a whistle. As that is going to be an Ann Arbor kick. Mosquito comes over to take it here in the 86th minute. As Flint making sure he goes 5 yards further back to kick this. Right foot into it. As a collision that headed back. As Cadoa got a piece of it. Now down the far wing, Carnival. Controlled by Stuckenholtz over. Phillip has it. Phillip moves it over. Good job to knock that away from Bay. Ferrer lifts it all the way back deep. Here in the 87th minute at Hallway Field. 3-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. As that is going to be a yellow card on Ann Arbor. As that is going to be Benford. As Benford takes the yellow. As that ball moved over here in the 87th minute. As we are counting down. As that ball back over. Launched ahead by Cadoa. Lifted the other direction by Manning all the way back. Bodeka Trying to get to a ball back as Benford knocks it back behind the defense. Benford coming in. Benford fires it, and oh, just over the crossbar as it was about a foot too high. Beautiful attempt by Benford, and again, lots of urgency by Flint trying to get back as that picked up by Gorishik. Here in the 88th minute, 3-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. Ball moved over to Padeka. Padeka chips it ahead. That ball fired up high by Drew Pearson. Now Bay heads it up. Benford trying to move it back over. Nino trying to get to it. Now that ball blasted all the way down the pitch. Here in the 89th minute. Ball down onto the near wing. Ferrer trying to knock that ball away, now lifted down the near wing. As Yaboa down, and Benford picks up a yellow and a red. Benford is sent off as there is, things are getting very, very chippy here. As the players needing to separate. As players trying to get themselves separated here. As it is the 90th minute. So Ann Arbor down to 10 players as Benford picked up his second yellow on something that looked like both players touched the ball at the same time. The official had a better view of it than I did, but tough call to get booted out of the game on. Arnston has it on the near wing. That ball sent towards the 18, headed up, now down onto the far wing. As Ann Arbor moves it down the pitch here in the, we are now in stoppage time in the 91st minute. We have not heard how much stoppage time. As 3-1, Ann Arbor in the lead. That ball will be thrown in on the far touchline as we hope things of cooler heads have prevailed here as we are 10 minutes of stoppage time. That ball played down, popped up high, all the way back as that goes out the far touchline. Thrown down, Drew Pearson sends it out, trying to stop Phillip from getting an option as Phillip trying to lift it all the way over, headed up, shot and in, that's a goal. As that goal, trying to see exactly the player who scored that. I cannot get his back to turn to me.
Flint City goal by number 29, Wes Carnival.
As that was Carnival with the goal. That in the 91st minute. Flint goal by Carnival, and it is a one-goal game, and we are minute 40 into 10 minutes of stoppage time. As Padeka moves it back, lifted ahead by Arnston. as that ball down on the far touchline moved over. All the way down trying to get to Roman. That will go out the end line. That will be a goal kick for Ann Arbor. 2 minutes into 10 minutes of stoppage time. As that ball set on the 6 again. Flint doing everything they can to speed this up and keep the intensity going as they're 1 goal down, 2 minutes, 30 seconds into 10 minutes of stoppage time. Mosquito moves it down the near side of the pitch. That goes out. Roman with a quick throw in. Roman back over to Arnston. Launches all the way back down. Played over, grab by Mosquito. Mosquito motioning everyone further down the pitch. Headed by Flint, now popped up by Bay. Played down by Goshi, trying to get to it, sent the other way. Trying to move it ahead to Phillip. Phillip coming down the far wing. Phillip stuck in holes, trying to get to that. Knocked away. Fired in by Nino. Goes across, and that's sent out into the stands. Out the near touchline. 3 minutes, 40 seconds through. Thrown in by Flint. 10 minutes of stoppage time. Brought ahead by Yaboa. Here comes Stuckenholtz down the far wing. Stuckenholtz. As that's down and fired all the way back deep into the 18. And back over into the near corner, and that lifted again into the stands. Out the near touchline. 4 minutes and 10 seconds into 10 minutes of stoppage time. Kadoa with it. Kadoa. That launched all the way across to Carnival. There's a second ball on the pitch. This will be a corner. Big set piece here for Flint as we are 4 minutes, 40 seconds into 10 minutes of stoppage time. That ball sent across, headed up and out. The end line just to the far side of the post. Again, Phillip in a lot of great hurry to get this goal kick going. Oh, he's hustling. He's doing everything he can to get this game moving, and you got to respect that. Ball set there, down by Mosquito. We are over 5 minutes, over halfway through stoppage time now. 3-2, 1 goal lead by Ann Arbor. They had a 3-goal lead at halftime. 2 goals by Flint City. One in stoppage time, 1 in the 69th minute. Is trying to battle for it. Stuckenholtz racing. Ball gets over to Jones. Jones launches it down the far side. Headed out the far, nope, almost not out the far touchline. Trying to get to it, headed by Flint City. Now that will go out the far touchline. That'll be a throw in by Flint. We are 6 minutes into a minimum of 10 minutes of stoppage time. That ball moved over. Now racing ahead. Goshi trying to make it difficult. That Yaboa trying to move it ahead. Played down. Is coming ahead with it is Bay. Bay racing down. Bay moves down the far wing. Bay ends up down on the pitch. 6 minutes, 30 seconds into 10 minutes of stoppage time. Stuckenholtz has it over onto that far wing. Throw in there as interesting. No foul called on that. That will be Flint. 7 minutes gone in stoppage time now. At least 3 minutes left. Arntzen bringing up the center of the pitch. Arntzen gets it back. Now he gets it over to Kadoa. Kadoa back over onto the near wing. Trying to turn on it was Roman. Roman loses an edge and goes down. That'll be a throw in for Ann Arbor on the near touchline. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left through stoppage time. At least 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Ferrer on the near touchline. Ferrer trying to lift it in. Bay has it. Played back by Arntzen. Stuckenholtz battling down there. Ball moved back to Arntzen. Arntzen coming up the center of the pitch. 2 minutes minimum of stoppage time left as we're 8 minutes in. Ball on the far touchline, trying to move it back over. Into the 18, headed by Phillip and grabbed by Mosquito. As Mosquito with a fantastic save. Phillip headed it, another head, and Mosquito grabbing it. As we are 8 minutes, 22 seconds through stoppage time. What a save as that ball fired ahead. Headed back, played down by Roman. Bay trying to get to it. That moved ahead by Carnival. Carnival on the near touchline.
No! What?
His kick here by Podeka. As 1 minute minimum left in stoppage time. Koshi lifts it, that headed back the other direction by Yaboa. Now headed up by Stuckenholtz, played down. Over onto the far wing. Holtz trying to get to it. Launched in, and Mosquito has it as he'll fall down on it. 9 minutes, 20 seconds into a minimum of 10-minute stoppage time. Mosquito heads out to the edge of the 18. A minimum of 30 seconds left of stoppage time, 3-2. Ann Arbor with the lead, trying to beat the top of the table, the Flint City Bucks. Ball down, popped up high towards midfield. That will go out. Nope, headed back. Playing it down as the ball played back over to Arntzen. Arntzen trying to get away from Stuckenholtz. Headed up by Ann Arbor. And that will do it. Ann Arbor has a huge win versus the division-leading Flint City Bucks. And Ann Arbor now has it as they have 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. As we will be back next on Wednesday at 7 p.m. It will be the women's squad versus Kalamazoo FC. That will be 7 p.m. Please come out, and we'd love to see you here for that game. And we will we'll take a moment and step away. As I want to thank my cameraman James Wiseman, our director Christina Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much. We are very, very grateful for you watching and supporting these teams. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a great rest of your evening.